This amp really excels in a singer-songwriter context. It's battery powered. I've got friends who have busked with it, and like I say, I played with it in some outside gigs, including a beach wedding not too long ago, where the other musician also had one of these and ran his guitar and microphone through it. And you could probably use it for like a small coffee house that seats like 15 or 20 people, or a little cafe. It's not going to be as loud as a PA system, but it can get you by for those. I've also used it with jam sessions where we had a lot of acoustic instruments, and like I played with an ukulele group where there were 15 or 20 ukulele players, and I was one of a few guitar players, and the guitar players would be asked to take a pa'ani or a solo for a lot of tunes, and so I used these little amps to get a boost. I actually started off with the Roland Micro Cube, which is half this size, and moved up to the Street model, which also lets someone else plug in. You can use that second input as well, like I say. And so let's look at the acoustic. For the amp settings here, you have this instrument. It's got a picture of an acoustic guitar, but I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use the acoustic simulator. Basically, for acoustic guitar, you could use JC Clean. JC Clean is what most people would use, but to me it sounds a little thin. And I have a Taylor 412 Limited Rosewood. It's got the expression system on its own, pretty full sounding guitar, but anytime you have a pickup, you want it to be a little bit fatter than the stock pickup sound, especially with the piezo pickup. So that's why I like this black panel setting. It really lets you get a good acoustic tone. And maybe you can use a little chorus like at the very first setting, but I think most of the time just reverb or delay. Let's try some reverb. Most of the guitar knobs are close to flat, so what you're hearing here is the amp. Maybe you can boost the treble and hit a little bit. So I've got the reverb on here. I like to use a little bit of reverb, and sometimes just like the very lowest chorus setting. acoustic sound pretty good. I'm not really a singer, so I'm not going to do a demo of singing and playing. But like I say, I've played with people who've used the mic and friends that have busked with it. And really, I mean, in terms of battery-powered amps, small portable amps like this, there aren't a ton of options out there in this price range. There are some more expensive acoustic dedicated amps that are made by Roland and Fishman, and some of them are battery-powered, some of them are not. They sound pretty good. They tend to be a little bit louder than this, but I think, you know, for a similar size of a gig that you might play with some of those other small acoustic amps, that you could use this as a really good sounding acoustic amp if you want some, you know, reverb, delay, maybe a little bit of chorus. This amp has it, and I like the black panel setting for acoustic guitar. I think it sounds really good. So check it out if you are a singer-songwriter or a busker, you want to use it for a jam session or a practice amp. I think the Cube Street fits the bill.